whatever they want to. So I was tempted to use my pen camera and get up to mischief, but I didn't. I could have done something. I must say I was tempted, because in my life I was getting away with anything, but I didn't do nothing. So they set me up on the transport bus to make me look like a pervert. They've been setting me up since 2011. And that time on the bus, they've been setting me up all the time. All these scenarios I'm telling you about, they've been trying to get me to behave like that so they can say, yeah, we got you. Because they can't do me for anything else, because I'm not guilty of anything else. They just don't like what happened in the past. And they think I'm a dog because I've been joking about dirty stuff. And they can hear what I'm joking about. They fucking set me up on that bus, I realize now, after I go to the beacon, I'm going to tell you, and I realize why people are treating me bad, they set me up to look like a pervert, That's all they've been doing since 2011, because of those photos I had on my phone, and because of what happened with Haley. They set me up, mate. They set me up on that bus. They got the girl, they set me up in an instant. They got people on the go just waiting for me. She jumped on the bus in a short skirt, Hey! And now I got my pen camera in my hand. Now I'm thinking, hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They fucking set me up, Ask these people. They'll tell you they set me up. I didn't do nothing. Couldn't believe it when I realized this, I couldn't believe it. At the train station, this is about 2015. Hey, there was this little girl in a little grey dress, fucking. You know, she's got an outfit on that makes you think like, yo. She's got a little fucking grey dress on, Oh, yo. And when she stands, you know, like her cheeks are just practically hanging out her dress, Hey, you know, the kind of scenario that makes you want to just bend down a little bit and go, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because her dress is right there, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, just evoking bad behavior from guys, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, she's got this little grey dress on, shorting and little black boots, Hey. And now the one guy, he turns around and he looks at me. But he looked at me like he was a proud father or something, you know? He didn't look at me like, hey, check that out, you know? And this guy, yeah, I'm sure he was one of the guys from the beacon that I'm getting to. He was one of the guys from the beacon, the Salvation Army. They were setting me up. They wanted to see if I'm going to follow this girl around and go sit on the train where she is so I can see up her dress and all this kind of stuff. They were setting me up, again as a perv. There was another scenario, bro. I was on the train, right, and there was this girl sitting across from me with a long black skirt on. And I remember these things because of people's behavior, the way they act. I don't sit there staring at people. But there's always something you notice about someone that seems a little strange, you know. There was a girl in a long black skirt. And she was sitting there and she was looking a bit strange. She came to sit right across from me. And she had her legs crossed. So she was jumping off the train now and she uncrossed her legs. And I think I might have got a glimpse of her panties. I can't remember. I think she had white panties on. Because she was sitting there with her skirt on across from me and she uncrossed her legs to get off the train. She had white panties on. Now, I'm not sitting there staring at her. I was just looking at her when she jumped off the train, right? But this is what she done. She dropped green post-it notes on the floor as she got up and left. Green post-it notes relative to green panties of Lisa Grant Fackrells. that I saw when I was house sitting their house. Yeah, bro. She dropped green post-it notes. I've been putting all the shit together that's happened in my life. They've been setting me up. They've been fucking trying to evoke thoughts of perverted behavior from me. Now, that didn't mean nothing to me at the time. Only when I realized that people can hear what I'm thinking, then it all started coming together. She jumped off, I saw white panties. She dropped green post-it notes. She was trying to tell me that they know about the green panties that I saw of Lisa Grant Fackrells, bro. Can you believe this? These are people fucking psychologically playing mind games with my life, and I don't know nothing about it. I've just figured it all out in this last year. That's why I'm telling people the story. People have been psychologically reading my mind and metaphorically playing out scenarios in front of me about my private thoughts. But nothing was coming up because I've never got up to deviant behavior or perverted behavior. So nothing was registering in me. Only now I realize why people treat me so bad is because they think I was behaving deviantly or pervertedly, and I was never. I can't believe it, man. Anyway. Yeah, man, that was on the train, man. These scenarios have been happening since 2011, bro. People have defamed my character. They've been looking at me as a pervert through the system and the Salvation Army and the health system and the mental health system. And I've been joking all this time about dirty jokes and taking the piss out of people in life. Just my jovial take on life. So they think I'm some kind of asshole. You know what I'm saying? And they treating me like one, man. Hey, 2013, except. Another scenario. Let's put this down. All these situations I'm telling you about, because after this, after 2015, there wasn't much more set up scenarios. So I've got to get these out because these scenarios were from 2011 with Haley to 2015. Can you believe it? They've been setting me up as a pervert, bro. This is how people have been looking at me. All this time. Hell, I've never done any deviant behavior or got up to shit like that in my life, except people have labeled me a dog and a perv and a rapist. There's another scenario here. About 2013, except I was on my last bit of money. I got some wine and some cigarettes and I went to sit at the park there in Perth. Now, shit was going on in my life and I wasn't happy on the inside. Minding my own business as usual. I went to sit in the park. Hey, I heard some people behind me. Now there's a girl in a little red skirt. And she's with a boyfriend. Now they're sitting behind me, just over there. They fucking set me up again, except because now she's got a little skirt on. And now I'm looking back, so I've got to look back to see if I want to look at her, right? So they're setting me up as a pervert, except. You know what I mean? And I was having my cigarettes and my wine there. And I looked at them a couple of times. But I also know this scenario was set up because now her boyfriend had got up and her boyfriend had left. Because she was waiting for me to look for when she gets up. Because I looked back, her boyfriend was about 20 meters. He had already got up and he was leaving. And as I looked back, she got up. And the way she got up was not like a normal. She got up with her legs like that. You know what I mean? So I could see up her skirt and everything. Didn't mean nothing to me at the time. And now I realize it was a setup for me. You know what I'm saying? It was a setup for me. People wanted me to see that because the system knows what I'm thinking. They wanted to see what my take on that situation was, what I think. They set me up for that. They set that girl up to do that. They've been setting all these girls up to make me look like a pervert. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lie. If you can find these people and ask them, they'll tell you, yeah. Put them on a lie detector test. It's all been set up for me. I always remember that scenario. And I thought these scenarios were innocent, but there was always something about them, I thought. And then when I realized what was going on in my life, they all came back to me just like that. Yeah, they've all been setting me up. You know, the escalators in town, mate, because of my hip, right? The system fucked my hip up on purpose because they say I'm a rapist, a pedophile, a pervert, and an armed robber, right? So my hip has been taken away from me deliberately by the system outside of the law, because the health system can do that with technology. They can make my skin itch, yeah. They make my nose itch. They make my eyes scratch. They make me look like I'm fucking constantly. Yeah, bro, it's not a joke. It's not funny. Every time I do something great for myself, they make my nose itch. They constantly want me to remember that they bullied me. They try to make me angry and frustrated. I've been going through it for years. It's 2018 now. I've been bullied every single day, 24/7. Since 2015, loudly by the system. Before that, when I heard these voices, when I had the people communicating with me, I didn't know that they were actually bullying me and ruining my life. So 24/7, every day, I get bullied, man. You know what I'm saying? I take a fucking battering of getting bullied, man. That's every day. When you see me, I'm getting bullied. And I've been bullied every day. You know what it does? You know what it does to you on the inside? They still can't take away who I am. They still haven't faded me out. When I used to, they make my life hard, bro, on purpose because they say I'm a dog. Every time I used to jump off the buses and go into town, I used to walk past the bus station, and there used to be escalators that take you up to St. George's Street level. Now, every time I went to those escalators were switched off. Why? Because they fucked my hip up, right? And they making my life hard because they say I'm a dog. This is the system, the government. They switched those escalators off on purpose to make my life hard. So I walk. And my hip is fucked, so I'm in pain. They don't give a fuck. They think I'm a dog, bro. This is the government. They switch off those escalators, do you understand that? To make my life hard, so I have to walk while my hip is grinding and I'm in pain. This is the government picking on me, yeah? One guy in society, over accusations that are not even true or that we haven't even spoke about. Do you understand that? They switch off those escalators. They control everything through technology. Everywhere I go, I have to wait. I have to wait for an ATM machine to register. I have to wait for my phone to register. I have to wait for my stereo, my TV. Everything is controlled by technology through the government, bro. This is not bullshit. This is not a lie. They've been frustrating me and making my life hard and bullying me for fucking years. Because they say I'm a dog, pedophile, rapist, and an armed robber. And that I'm a dirty cunt. And they're trying to make me impotent at the moment. Turn me off woman. I'm still getting to these stories. But do you understand that? They fucked my leg up. They've taken my jobs from me. They've taken all my child support money and I still haven't seen my daughter. At next step, they bullied me. They've taken my work colleagues, my main companies have bullied me. They've cut me out of work. They've fucked my leg up. Wherever I go in town, they stop the escalators from working to make my life hard. So I have to walk and suffer everywhere I go. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I'm getting to a point now, you have to understand that this whole story I've been telling you is the system fucking me over. I know this is stuff you hear about in movies, yeah? But this is for real, my friends. This is for real. I haven't done anything to nobody, man. I haven't done anything to nobody. And this is how I'm being treated. By major corporate businesses. Those escalators, they switch off, man. To make my fucking walking in pain. Who switches those escalators off? Where's the hierarchies of control? Where does that come from? To switch those escalators off to make my life difficult. Where's the hierarchies of control for the ATM to make me wait longer to get my money out? Where's the hierarchies of control that have hacked my phone and I've got to wait for everything to come up? It's not a bad connection. This is an Android phone. There's no slowness on it, but I have to wait. My TV, my stereo. Where's the hierarchies of control that are controlling it? Where do they come from? Who are they? Who says you can control and make my life a misery? Over what? Unfounded accusations. No. It's got to stop. I need to get back what's mine. I'm out of a house, my 3 cars, my motorbike, my kids, my investments, my future investments, and whatever I can give my kids for the rest of my life. My quality of life's been fucked. Defamation of character, invasion of my privacy, disregard of my rights. This is all by 2015. I didn't even know this is going on. But my whole life, quality, invasion of privacy, defamation of character, disregard of my rights, my whole life has just been fucking shattered and destroyed. I didn't even know this was happening. I'm only in 2015. I only found this out 2017 that people have disregarded and fucked my quality of life up since Haley. Can you believe it? All this story I've told you, I'm only up to 2015 now, of my realizations of what was going on in my life. So those are all the setups that I remember of the system setting me up as some kind of pervert. I've got the crime ones here. I've got money matters, I've got crime, I've got perversion, I've got me being a rapist, my friends, work, woman power. Let's see, which one shall I do now? I think I'm going to go to crime. Because no, I think I'll do the beacon first. I'll do the beacon. Yeah, I'll do the beacon first. Okay, I thought I'll get the system setting me up as a pervert out of the way. So all those scenarios are from 2012 to 2015. They've been following me every day where I've gone here, the system, and setting me up as a pervert. Because they think I'm a pervert because they saw photos on my phone from the internet. And I got my cousin Haley pregnant. I'm still going to do a separate story on that night with Haley, the night with my ex-wife, and the night with Charlene. Just so that you can have a look at these stories. And because they are the ones that people are accusing me of being a rapist for. I've said them along the way, but I want to put them in a separate section each, just so you can have a look at what the story is about. It's about this and that and that. Okay. I think I'll come back to the beacon. Yeah. I'll come back to the beacon and I'll do another story. Yeah, I'll come back to this.